Welcome, everyone. This is Saturday Evening Chats, episode number 88. And we have with us the co host extraordinaire, Mr. DM Foss.
Good evening.
We also have Mr. Rob D., the New York Outcast.
Good evening, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
And I'm going to kick this off with the intro.
In a world of uncertainty and turmoil, one man stands alone, along with his faithful sidekick. A man who entertains and educates the masses weekly, 70% of the time. Born out of the dusty plains of Washington State, now from the coastal forests of Oregon. The man, the myth, the man, G23.
So, looks like Mr. Burnaby Sanchez was first, followed by Grim90. Artak and Daughter says, I need a link. Do you have his address? Email address, Foss?
I'll see if I do. It might take me a minute.
Mr. Sam of Anarchy, G Webs, Gun Loving Grandpa, Buck is out there, AR Guns, 1776. Chris from the 740, Mr. Jamie, JH586, Thoughts of an Old Soldier. So yeah, that intro was done by Mr. DM Foss, so that's why it looks good. So I'm going to be doing a special live stream on Tuesday, 2 Pacific, 5 Eastern, doing an interview with Aegis Gun Care. So they're a gun cleaning company, great products and everything. And so I was going to talk to him about maybe what his thoughts are of like using the products on reloading equipment, since they have the lubricant and the solvent. So I hope everyone comes and hangs out and asks a bunch of questions. Mr. Rob, you got anything you want to talk about this evening?
Jeez, I told you it was an accident. She jumped in front of the truck. You didn't have to throw me on the spot like that. Not in particular. Cold evening here in New York. So I threw a video up if anybody missed it, or if anybody's interested, on my M&P 1522. So noticed a few people checked it out. Took a little bit of abuse in the video and held up quite well.
I'll have to make a comment.
Yeah, sights doesn't fall off or nothing. So definitely check that out, Black Guy.
Definitely doesn't look like a Glock product.
Other than that, been sneaking around. So yeah, playing it off like I'm not shopping. And they run off on some excuse, and then I sneak out and I'm back before they are. Probably shouldn't have said this, but I don't think they can hear me, so.
Yep, so we're on location from Washington State.
That's awesome. You two are hanging out. Got this given to me last week by Buck Stanley.
Ooh.
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's got a
It
remote.
looked,
And what's that?
it definitely looked better if it said like anything but Smith and Wesson.
Yeah, I don't think they could hear you. I think that's a bunch of crap. No, I think that's pretty much perfect right there. So yeah, if it said Glock, like you were thinking, it'd already be broken. I'd have to like glue it back together or stick some duct tape over there.
No, it would work. It would just be ugly.
Yeah, yeah, you got a point. There'd be some type of be real blocky. Wouldn't be able to tell or something.
So
Pretty neat though.
Sam Vanarchy asks if the Glock is the only handgun I carry. No. Nope. I've carried the Judge a few times. I mainly go with the Glock. It just feels comfortable on the hip.
So, any
Jim,
plans for you two over this weekend?
go shooting. That was the whole reason why.
Oh yeah,
Yep. Make some videos.
nice.
So
Make some
Mr.
love.
Mr. Jamie, yeah, Mr. Jamie says that you need to go ahead and send that on down to him.
Yeah, yeah. See that? Jealous, yeah. Tell you, man, I'd be jealous too. That thing was pretty cool. I was shocked when I opened it up. Uh, I didn't know what to expect, but I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, does you can keep it one color, you can switch modes, all that type of stuff too. It's got a little remote deal with it. Turn the brightness up, down. The way it's morphing through colors now, it has a couple settings. Some are quicker, some are slower to morph through. Or you can just keep it on any color you prefer. Pretty neat. Figured one day I might be cool enough that, yeah, there's this guy out there that's pretty damn crafty, makes some stuff here and there, and apparently, you got to be big shit or something to get something custom from the guy. But I was kind of hoping one day. But yeah, this sign's pretty cool too.
Jamie says you need to keep it because he's concerned about flashbacks.
Yeah, well, like I said, it doesn't have to be strobing like that. You can pick a color and stay with it if you like. And you can even set a timer. 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. Just a push of a button.
That sounds too technical. That remote would end up getting like thrown across the room and broken.
No, I keep it right here on the shelf so I can just hit the button every time I want to be amused.
Talk about flashbacks. Took the car through the car wash the other day, and man, the first time using that car wash, I thought I was having an acid trip. I mean, just funky colors strobing across across the windshield. The brushes going all crazy. I'm like, damn. But it was the
It's not
cleanest
acid,
cars ever.
but you shouldn't drink bleach anymore.
That's the cleanest my car has come out of one of those car washes. That kitty's getting big.
Starting to.
No, he'll keep it as a New York outcast because New York will ban him once he crosses state lines. They'll be like, "Yep, there's a restraining order. You come back into New York, you go to jail."
Sorry, I was tasked to grab stuff for the lady, so kind of caught something. I don't know if I was supposed to answer, so I'll just say, yeah, what he said.
It's across the bottom of the screen if you want to read it. Gizzard says, "I'd ask what this is, but at this point, I'd have to get in line." Yep.
Well, I'll probably keep it. I don't know. Yeah. It's there. It's kind of there. So may not be as relevant, I guess, or possibly, depending on how you look at it. I don't know.
There you go. Nisha says to change it to exiled outcast.
Could work.
So, Foss, when do you want to go to the range?
When do you want to go to the range? I'm trying
In
to
the
get
morning?
that link sent. I'm having a little bit of trouble with my email here. I'll get it done. Yeah.
I figured he too be clubbing it up by now. Out there causing ruckus, getting thrown out.
I'm old with wife and kids. That doesn't happen anymore.
Not no adventure. I figured he too would be doing something somewhere, getting into trouble.
You never know. It's only 3:45 on the West Coast. I can just post it out there.
Yeah, I figured you both tell the loved ones you were going to go hang out, stop by the gun store, have a little guy time, and
only
next
thing
thing
that
you
sucks
know,
is-
it's tomorrow morning.
The only thing that sucks is I can't buy any firearms in this state.
Well, could have been a hell of a show.
Hey, there wasn't going to be a show, and then I was like, screw it, we'll do at least a short one. You know, hang out for a little bit, give people something to do. Nisha says Washington is some hot garbage.
That's what, 4 o'clock you said, or going on 4?
Yeah.
doing dinner? You guys going somewhere? You know, let you in on the local good spots or what?
I used to live in Washington, so I know a lot of places to party in Washington.
Scenes change though. You know, restaurants, and everything. I think, you know, with enough time, the service kind of changes sometimes. Some places it's the same forever, which could be good, could be bad. But a lot of places, like even garages where you take your car, you know, sometimes they got good people working there. Sometimes they got shitty people working there. So. All right, gun shops. You might end up speaking to RTAC at one of these places and leave one at Sky.
I can say gun shops can change fast. There's a shop that I used to go to and I loved it, and that's who I would send everybody to. And all the salespeople left, and there was a complete change in the way they started treating customers, so I quit going there.
Yeah, seen it a few times. It's unfortunate. The atmosphere will change, and yeah, like you said, treatment kind of sucks. Should have never hired that guy.
Misha says some places won't serve you without your Vax card.
Wow, that's in Washington?
I know in Portland, Misha, that's a dude. He's out in
my
he's
bad.
right on the ocean.
I've done the same thing too.
Sorry about that. Yeah, that's pretty crappy.
Hell, New York is that way.
No,
Yeah,
they're
New
not.
York
Maybe
City.
the city or something. I don't know. I avoid that place like an extra hole in the head. But as far as the rest of New York, you know, they're mandated. You got to wear a mask everywhere and all that crap, supposedly. But I don't know. Maybe 2/3 do at best. And depending where you are, you know, you'll look like a leopard wearing a mask. They ain't having it. So it's mainly the major cities and stuff. So I've been in and out of places without being harassed, and my lady will fight you for it at the door. So she's gonna get me in trouble. So
I think that's with me. Like any state, your major cities are going to be one way, and your more rural, laid back areas are going to be a whole different way. You know,
definitely, from what I've seen.
because I've been in a couple different places since we got into Washington, and not a single person has said anything about wearing a mask or
I get looks,
vax
but
or anything.
nobody says, you know, nobody's directly said anything. So well, besides people at the door, sometimes they might say something, and then they're like, "Yeah," and then just keep walking.
But you mean you're not carrying a chin diaper with you at all times?
No,
No.
I kind of gave up on that a while ago. I mean, yeah, and you know, the cost on those like skyrocketed. So not only do they not work, and it says so on the box, but now they want to rip you off for the damn thing. So, not me.
Actually, yeah, I'm kind of been thinking about the Gen 5 MOS, so I might add a Glock 23 Gen 5.
So when you're going to stop shooting 10 millimeter light and start shooting 9 millimeter? And get
For
that
the limp
7
wristers,
Get that G17.
you couldn't pay me to own a G17.
It's a
'Cause
fine Glock
what-
product.
One, if I wanted a 17, all I have to do is get a 9mm conversion barrel and a couple 9mm mags, and I can just swap the barrel out. So there's it. Why would I want to go spend money on another when I can just, spend less money and do like a conversion style?
Because that's cheating. That's being like Rob, cheap.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with being thrifty.
Misha says, "Damn, Outcast hands are pretty girly."
Well, that's why he's got that. That's why he's got that girly knob on that rifle.
Oh,
They don't like Cujo?
you're trouble.
They don't like Cujo?
I don't know. Nobody said anything. They're picking about my girly hands.
Your girl, that was my hand.
Not according to them. You screw up and call one guy a girl, and it's all over.
I was just reading the comment because I know you couldn't.
The comments actually say that.
Yes, right there. Misha says, "Damn, Outcast, your hands are pretty girly."
Yeah, it's payback. I know.
Oh, I thought you was talking about on the video itself. I hadn't watched the video yet. I read the comments.
So Michael Hertnick's out there says hi to G23 and hi to Rob D. So
Hello. You don't like the little nub, huh? I don't like it either, but it's what I got to deal with. One form or the other. So this is option A, and that's the option B, which is still horrible. And actually, I think this is worse than this, personally. So function anyway. It's more of a span or spread, I guess, from the web of your hand to the trigger and whatnot on the other one, on this one here, than it is this one. So can actually manipulate this one more normal, I guess, if you would state, as strange and weird as it is.
yeah, those things just still look crazy weird, with that little nub.
Yeah. I think so too. I think they look horrible, but we would probably be shocked at how many people are like, "Oh, that's cool!" Like, especially like Rod of Iron and stuff. Like, it bring people across, the aisle to come check it stuff. They're like, "What's that? What's that?" And then one guy was really upset and came back like 3 times, shaking his head, cursing me. It's horrible. It's horrible. I'm like, yeah, it's better than prison. So, but he made a point to keep coming back, shaking his head and saying a few kind words and walking back off. Yeah, I was shocked. A lot of people think it looks cool. Not me. It looks like an alien to me. But, it's still not normal. I guess I use it and it feels, I don't know. I can use it, I guess. I've adapted in a way, but it's still not normal to me.
So Andy says he's here, but he's just working on some freedom seeds. What are you reloading? And then Warsaw says he got blocked by Mr. Gizzard Gary. I have no clue. I'm not sure if he did or not.
So
Misha says that Magwell thing is great for pulling staples and opening beers.
yeah, that grip looks like you've been neutered.
Yeah, pretty much kind of feels that way too, a little bit when you're holding it. It's just not the same.
I don't know. He's not blocked on here, so
Yeah.
be on something else.
Gizzard could have blocked, who knows? It could just be so that, like, if Gizzard or Warsaw says hi to Gizzard, Gizzard doesn't see it. I don't know what's. So, M. Gabriel says, with the increase in slide weight, not sure the Gen 5 40 cals will still work when converted to 9. I don't see why they wouldn't. Andy's working on 223 with zinc.
%100% zinc seeds or zinc coated?
I think those are 100% zinc.
I wonder how they do in ballistic gel. Or are those the ones that shatter on or turn to dust on impact?
I think they would. Yeah, they're 100% cast zinc.
Oh, okay.
You would think they would still work just like any other.
I just remember seeing somebody who was forming them in out of a different material. When they hit like steel, they would just shatter into dust. I can't remember what that was.
They have frangible that does that kind of stuff.
No, it's more than frangible. Just break this thing, like it turns right back into a powder as soon as it impacts. I can't remember what the hell it was called, and I thought it was some type of safety training ammo. I bet.
They had the Sky Marshals were using that at least for a while, so that if it hit anything hard, it would powder, but if it hit a person, it would penetrate. So they didn't blow holes in the fuselage.
Yeah, you would think that they'd have to have something to keep it from going all crazy.
Why? That's what you get for flying. You take your chances.
Take your chances getting sucked out of 40 caliber hole at 30,000 feet.
Yeah.
Don't be so soft.
They
Almost thought I was getting robbed.
You thought you was getting robbed? How's that?
Somebody was down by my truck. I just seen it out of the corner of my eye on camera here. And they like all hunched over and went up on the side like they were trying to be sneaky. But I ran downstairs and she took off running. But I think she was just trying to call a cat or something over to her. I don't know. But don't do that shit near my truck.
Yeah, that 229 Elite is a nice looking SIG.
I think I found the funniest dad joke of all time. Who would like to be the brunt of it? Thanks for volunteering, Rob.
Bye.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Can you believe they're still together after all the shit they went through?
Okay.
Say who?
Talking about your
Who?
butt cheeks.
Yeah, your butt cheeks. Yeah, your ass cheeks.
Okay. All right.
So
That's a dad joke. I got one, but honestly, I don't have the time or the crayons to explain it to you.
There's no Marines here.
I caught that on a short earlier. It's kind of, yeah, they did it better than I did. But so defense dad's email just ain't happening, huh? He's stuck out there in the back room, the kids' table today.
Was
what do
he?
you mean? Who's defense dad's not even in the chat?
I thought you were trying to send him a
No, that was our
link or
chat.
something. Oh, you sent this guy a link? I thought he broke in. Oh,
Well, I mean, you banned me again, so I mean, what am I supposed to do?
shouldn't you be doing community service or something?
I have been the last 2 weeks. See, last weekend I took night shift, so instead of getting off at 4, I went in at 5. So I called a little bit of the show last Saturday. The week before that was last time you sent me. I got sent a link. I took Emmett and Victoria had to go to the Christmas parade, so I filmed it and put it on the channel. And did color.
You film yourself changing that tire?
No, I didn't change no tires. But no Tyrones to be changed. But I did film. I did do color commentary on some of the companies that were going by that were in it. So I mean, it's kind of funny. At least the people, the ladies in front of me thought it was funny. Because we got this thing here in Tennessee, which I never seen it until I moved to Tennessee, where you can, they have legalized loan sharking, where you go to a check into cash place and they'll knowingly take a bad check from somebody. So I'm like, wow, I've never seen that.
Got like check cashing places around here, but they charge crazy money.
Oh yeah, they do.
And people do it, and it's always the people that really shouldn't. Like, you know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. But every week they down there, it's crazy. Like
I'm gonna write you a check for $250, and you're gonna charge me $350 to get it back.
It's pretty. I think it's like $20 per 100 or something at some of these places. It's crazy. I don't. I'm a cheap bastard, but still, I don't know. And obviously, there's those things that you can call up payday loans. I think that's like the biggest scam going. Like biggest scam. If you didn't make it through this week, you're not going to make it through next week with less money. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, oh my God, what are you thinking? Like, or something happens next week, and the interest on those, and they say most of them are out back to Indian reservations, and so nobody can really do nothing like that Montel guy and all that crap supposedly. So
I used to work with a guy that he ended up taking loans from one to pay off the loan from another one.
Wow.
I've seen that.
It's just crazy. Like, you just got to stop yourself, do without for a week. You know what I mean? It's amazing. So, I don't know. Vicious cycle.
I work with a guy like that too. He constantly do it. I was like, what the hell's wrong with you? He's like, I got to pay my bills. And I was like, you'll never pay those bills because it's a vicious cycle. And I said, if we was in New York and you was doing that, Vinny Boobop would come over there and beat you across the head and break your legs once or twice, and then
depending who you borrow from, they might try it.
Right, and here they'll just You just got to pay taxes on it. Crazy. Well,
Yeah, it is crazy.
it was the first place I've seen too where you could buy tires and rims. You can finance them. And first place where I see you can pawn your car title.
Talking about Syracuse?
Don't buy it.
Yeah, I know that place.
It's called Two Brothers here.
Uh,
They charge you. Holy shit! This is funny. They charge this guy $5,000 for a set of rims and tires for his Ford F-250, and then they wanted to charge him $80 to put them on. Plus, he had to buy all 20 lug nuts.
that's hilarious.
$5,000 in cash money, and that's and his dad's like, "Yeah, I know he's retarded." I was like, "No shit." For $5,000, they wouldn't put the damn things on and give you lug nuts. So it's like
It's crazy.
he said, "Well, at least I didn't finance them." I was like, "Did they tell you that they loved you and gave you some Vaseline when they fucked you?" One ain't been fired yet.
I'm kind of shocked those loan places are legal, like with some of the rates and shit like that. Like, yeah, it seems to be kind of crazy, some of this stuff.
Well,
I guess, if you just you willingly like that, $20 for every 100 on cash in your check. Like, I guess if you say okay, I mean, it's probably not a crime, but it just seems crazy. Like,
well, that's why it's called legalized loan sharking.
yeah, but
but the check in the
at a certain point, I mean, should you be responsible for your own money? You know what I mean? I don't know. Like, some things just don't add up, man.
What I don't understand is how they're going to go to court and garnish you if you don't pay them because they knowingly took a bad check.
Yeah, but you knowingly gave it to them. So
Right,
I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know.
At the very least, theft by deception, maybe, but the company knows that's a bad check when they take it. So I don't know how they're getting around that. But
like cash.
Like anything else in here, they're paying taxes, so that's all that matters. Yeah, that's why marijuana is not legal because you can't tax it properly. If they could tax it like alcohol, by God, it'll be in stores. I guarantee you.
Well, technically, people can make their own alcohol. Lots of people do. May not taste as good or what people are familiar with, but they could.
But no one's using their car radiators anymore to make
moonshine. Burning old furniture. Yeah.
they're using their antifreeze out of the radiator to make meth.
I'm sure the government will find a way to tax it. Don't you worry.
What meth? They do. They tax antifreeze.
Anything.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's true. We're going to tax you for the Narcan.
Don't they have that? Well, they talked about it. What was it, like CO2 tax or something like that on gas in California?
Yeah, they talk about
crazy.
I mean, don't they have to get I don't know if it's true, but they got to get some tax thing they got to pay every time they get gas for that or something?
We're talking about doing that for or getting rid of all gasoline powered or diesel powered anything in California by 2030, and everything has to be electric. So I don't know how the hell they're going to charge anything when they can't keep the power stations running out there.
Right. Sounds like a great way to fine everybody that can't, get their grass cut with an electric mower.
Well, I mean, in California anyway, like it rains there. I mean, it's like here in the South, like making snowmen. We don't make snowmen, we make mud men. So I mean, what grass do they got out there that's not AstroTurf? So that's one way you can do. They can buy a whole bunch of plastic AstroTurf, cover their ground with it, so they don't have to cut their grass. That makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah. Lady's telling me about a bill that was just introduced in New York. You want to give us a gist?
Relates to the removal of cases, contacts, and carriers of communicable diseases that are potentially dangerous to public health. That's any communicable disease that is potentially dangerous to public health. And it goes into stating that basically they can force you into lockdown wherever they want and keep you there for basically however long they want. And you have no option but to take any medical treatment they want to give you, including and up to vaccination. It's a New York State thing.
So they're trying to get a bill to force drugs on you against your will, or take you somewhere, or lock you up. What?
Well, I would assume they're trying to round up all the unvaccinated and lock them up and give them their vaccines. Yeah. And if you don't,
I can't really assume, but sounds like a sketchy bill.
Very vague. Very vague. Leaves the door open for basically anything.
So yeah, it means everybody in New York that got AIDS can be rounded up, or anybody with herpes simplex 12 can be rounded up, or the dreaded space herpes. Yeah, that's like, is that not anti-freedom all in one word right there?
Oh yeah, I think so. I mean, it's almost like a declaration of war in my mind.
That's what it sounds like. That's the ultimatum. Either you do as you're told, or you get locked down. Yeah, that's an ultimatum there. Not very well.
It's pretty crazy. We keep an eye on that one.
I was wondering California didn't come up with it first. I'm sure Gavin Newsom will have his own version of it.
It probably got some type of runoff of it.
I want somebody introduce a bill how to keep the Cuomo brothers from touching people. Or the rest of the pedophile ring there at CNN.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Surely that won't pass. That's just like 3 steps too many.
It seems that way, but you never know with New York. So you never know. So how much should people pay somebody else is basically the question. So or what kind of dirt does who have on who? And then the natural, I guess, sway of things too. So hard to say. Around here, I don't know. I guess the bigger cities, you probably wouldn't have to convince many, but the further out you go, it's the worse off it's going to be.
That's just
kind of crazy, though. When you think back to like Typhoid Mary or whatever, and how they ended up sticking her on an island to live out the rest of her days. After the second time she spread stuff, apparently she decided to cook meals, volunteering the second time around, and got a bunch of people sick. She wasn't supposed to be near food and stuff, and they sent her out to some island, if my history is correct. So just kind of strange how,
yeah, but
people that aren't affected, that aren't sick at all or anything, are the targets. Like, well, what the hell? Like, kind of, I don't know, just weird. Or maybe you've already gotten it. You got natural immunity. So, why would, I don't know. You guys probably don't want to get on this, but it just don't make no damn sense. I just don't understand that, but crazy world.
It's easier to control people by fear than by logic or fact or real science. They just said, trust the science, because whatever the scientist says, narrative that we like, that's the one we're going to go with.
Yeah. Well, that's just kind of it. So, I'm not anti-science person, but I think, if you pay for a result, you can pretty much get it these days. So
That's the fact. Well, they know it. Like I said, as long as they keep putting Mr. Ouchie out there.
it's like those polls that I never get questioned in, but that decide how everybody feels about things and stuff. A lot of those surveys,
Well, they're
it all
done.
depends what the agenda is on what numbers you end up with.
They're done in niche groups with specific people who are registered voters, and then that's when they go and poll those people. Because it's only like, oh, well, we're going to poll 1,000 people. They never tell you how many people they actually polled. They'll just see, because percentages, that's the game that the communists like to play. Like back in the 30s when they were quoting, well, how much better communism was, because in 1933, the Soviet Union produced 30% more tractors than the United States did. Okay, well, if you get down to numbers, the United States produced only 5,000 more tractors they did the previous year, which was a total of 32,000. The Soviet Union made 10 more or 30 more than the year before. So, they got a 30% increase. See what I'm saying? So, 80% of people surveyed said this, and they surveyed 10 people or 80 people or 100 people, and say, well, 80% said this. And then the 80% they polled that agreed with them were all either the questions weren't asked in full. They'll just say, do you think global warming is real? And of course, people say, yeah. Do you think humans add to global warming? Well, yeah. Okay, well, now 80% of people believe global warming is more dangerous than COVID. So it's all about the numbers and the percentages that they use. So it ain't got nothing to do with guns.
No, I guess it doesn't.
But it's just
absolutely not. I see we've got Ghost Tactical, Big Al, Tim S. Lead Bullet Junkie is out there. So we've got a few people out there.
Yeah. Anybody buying these guns for Christmas?
Yeah, I bought some Nerf guns.
I'm talking about real guns.
Hey, man. It's a gun.
Hey, let me tell you how I pulled one over on illegally, on Sportsman's Warehouse. So they had those Savages, or not Savage, but the Stevens 320 shotguns on sale for like $219 or something like that. So I had a coupon for $50 off over anything over $200. So I went down there and they had one in stock. So, and it's the field and home defense combo. So it came with the 18.5-inch, riot gun barrel and the 28-inch field barrel, 12 gauge, 2 3/4, 3-inch mag. Got down there and gave him that. So that took $50 off of it, and then hit him with the military discount for 10%. I walked out of there with that thing for like $99.
Nice.
That's what the cashier said. He said, damn. He's like, you got as good. I was like, well, timing. The great thing is they had to. I was just lucky they had it in stock. If not, I'd had to order the damn thing. But that would be the girl's Christmas present to me.
So
Cool. Oh, go ahead.
I know. I just figured I'd do a short live stream. I'm not going to go multiple hours. So probably, I know. I think G Web was asking Foss if you're going to do your overnight show this week or not.
Yeah, we'll be doing it in the morning. Sorry, I've been trying to fix the stupid email problem I'm having, but so I haven't been paying attention. Yes, there will be a show tomorrow morning, 1:00.
Okay. So, Mr. Artek, you want to go ahead and plug your channel? We're going to shut it down and write it close to an hour.
Yeah, I got lots of videos coming out. Got 6 new ones. I got about 15 new videos coming out. So I won't have no slowdown period like everybody else does around Christmas and the first of the year. So I'll just keep on trucking.
Rob D, you got anything you want to plug before we get out of here?
RNL Displays. You want to display your firearms with pride? Do it the American way. Other than that, thanks for joining us and have a good evening.
Mr. DM Foss?
If anybody's up at 1 a.m. tomorrow morning, come hang out with us at on the overnight chat. We're gonna do our 2021 retrospective, kind of talk about different stories, stuff that happened in the year. It's right about our 1 year, our first whole year of doing chats. So if you're up, got nothing to do at the ungodly hour, come hang out with us.
So Drew says, would it be okay to mention a 2A channel that is packed full of highly detailed loading? Yeah, go ahead. Throw it out there. I'll give a shout out before we get out of here. Big Al's channel has a lot of great content. Chris from the 740, if you don't watch his stuff, you should probably check it out. G Webs has a great channel. Tread has a great channel. HIPAA, Ghost Tactical. So yeah,
New York Outcast.
Yeah, he's all right.
Tread's like, don't lie. Yeah, Tread's got good content. So he says it's Primal Rights. So definitely, if you go ahead and search that, you can. I don't have a link to it, and I'm on my cell phone, so I can't pull one up. But that I would definitely check out that channel. So thanks, everyone. It looks like Tread threw out a link. Thank you. So thanks, everyone, for stopping by. We did about an hour. And I guess stay tuned to Foss's channel and to my channel. There may be a video or two coming out within the next 6 to 8 weeks.
6 to 8 weeks. Go do a show next Saturday.
Yes, there will be a Christmas show on Christmas.
Okay.
So if people want to hang out, they can. If they don't, we'll be there for a little bit. So definitely talk to you guys on Tuesday when I do my Aegis live stream.
Yeah, we gotta ask the pronunciation. Is it Aegis or Aegis?
If you actually go right to his website,
Yeah.
it states right on there it's Aegis Gun Care. He has the pronunciation and I think I even put the pronunciation in the thumbnail.
Okay.
So 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 Eastern for flyover states. I mean Central Time. So see you all on Tuesday evening.
Bye bye.